It has been a minute since I did a tutorial. So I thought that I would do one of the eye looks that I shared this morning. I did some spring Easter eye looks, and that included these colors right here. This one is actually a lip and cheek that I popped in, but La La Land, Mejia, I think that's how you say that, Unicorn, Mama, and Trust. So those are the colors I'm gonna be using today, and then I'm also gonna do my basic hack. So if you're not familiar, I use Mascara Beauty products and I am an independent artist. So if you have any questions about anything, let me know. And if you'd like to get color matched, let me know, because all of these colors are customized to my skin tone. So the first thing I am gonna do is spray some Stay Spray, which is our primer and setting spray. And I'm also going to apply Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. So I'm using the Eyeshadow Everything brush, and I'm gonna start with the color Mama as my base color. So I'm just applying this to the lid first, and then I'll move up into the crease, kind of like all over, everywhere but the brow bone. And what this is doing is just kind of putting down a base powder so that all the other colors after will spread evenly. Okay, so now that I did that, I'm going to use this hot pink color Mejia, and I'm gonna put it in a little bit higher than my crease because I don't want it to be hidden, but in my crease and a little bit on my brow bone. Very lightly, and I'm gonna build that color up. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Now comes in Trust. I'm gonna take the other end of my brush, the smudge end, and I'm gonna apply a little on my outer corner and then my lower lash line. And I'm slowly making my way in and almost like a little V in the corner of my eye. So I have a little bit of pink, a little bit of brown. Next I'm going to take Unicorn and I'm gonna pop it on the inner corner. And then I'm also gonna take my finger and my clean finger, rub it in Unicorn and put it up near my brow up here. Okay, and then I'm gonna use some glitter glue. I'm using Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm just putting a tiny bit on my finger, rubbing it together. And I'm just gonna press it on where I want it on my eye, making sure to go a little bit higher again so it's not all completely hidden when I open my eye. Now that's good and sticky. I'm going to take my finger, get in that La La Land, and press it on. If you want this to be a thicker glitter look, I would suggest not using your finger and instead using a multitasker brush like this one. But for me today, I am just gonna use my finger. Do the same over here. I feel like I need to darken up the Trust a little bit. So I'm gonna use the fluffy side and kind of bring it up just a tiny bit. And then I have Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. Urban Decay eyeliner. This is actually a navy blue. All right, so now it is time to hack. I've done my eyes. I'm gonna finish by using Lashify lashes, so that's why I don't have mascara on. But now I'm gonna do my 3D foundation. I have my compact, these are all magnetic, and I have highlights, contours, blushes, bronzers, eyeshadows, lip colors, which is also the blush, or the blush. You name it, it's in here. So here we go. I used to use Mango routinely as my color corrector for blemishes, but lately I've started using a contour color called Ash. And the reason is because Ash has some green undertones, and so it color corrects the red in the blemishes. Some people will just do a light layer. I find that some of my darker spots, I do have to get a lot and kind of tap over them to get the coverage that I'm looking for. And you can tell when it's covering. If you can see it after you apply this, either that's not the color correcting color you need, or you're not applying it right. So you can see how those are like disappearing now on my face. Now I don't need much here, so I'm just buffing it there. Buffing. Now on this side, it's gonna be the same. And the reason I look like I'm picking up so much is because our contours are a lot harder than our highlights. So, and I mean that in consistency, like they're just hard. So you have to work them to get the product out, whereas the highlights just kind of go on smooth and pick up smooth. I do a little on my nose because I do have some redness there. And then again, I've got this big old spot right here. I'm just gonna take my finger for that. Same here. And then I'm also going to use the color Mango Still, this orangey one here. And I'm using my ring finger and I'm just applying this right in my circles, my dark circles here. They're a little purpley blue. And so this orange color really helps counteract those. And the thing too that you need to know about mascara is having that color corrector is ensuring that your makeup, not only that you're gonna get the coverage that you want over your blemishes and redness or whatever discoloration you're dealing with, but it also is ensuring that your makeup is going to last. So big step here, I just did all my color correcting. Now I am taking my damp sponge and all I'm doing is pressing in. And what this is doing is picking up any excess product that is there that doesn't need to be. And this will help me from looking cakey. Now I'm gonna go in with my main color. It is Candlelit. And I'm using my Buffy brush. And I'm just gonna tap and start applying. Now, like I said, this one, much different than how I was applying my contour. I'm literally tapping it in here. I'm not digging, just tapping. If you get too much product, it's gonna look way more textured than you're wanting. And this is all about minimal product on your face so that it actually looks like skin and not like makeup. So again, I'm just tapping right over what I just did. So I have a thin base layer with my color corrector, and now this is my main color. And this is called a highlight also. We don't have any foundation colors. They're all highlight, contours, lip and cheeks, illuminators, and they all mix together to give you the foundation look. So because of that, they're priced affordably so that you can buy multiple and achieve the look that you want, giving you all the dimension in your face and not washing you out, and really bringing your best features to life. So if I didn't have blemishes, I could be buffing, but because I do, I like to tap. I'm gonna tap on my nose a little bit here, a little bit over this blemish here. And then on my forehead, I don't have a whole lot of problem areas, so I don't need a lot of product. I'm just gonna buff it out here. And then again, since I did another color, I'm gonna go in with my perfector sponge and make sure to get any excess. Don't worry about this guy. We're gonna take care of him, or whatever that friend is. Now I'm gonna go in with my contour color, and I'm gonna use my Detail Hack Brush. This is Astoria. And so I'm gonna go at an angle like this. Again, because the contours are hard, I have to do this. And I apply it to half of my brush like that. And what I'm gonna do is find my cheekbone, and I'm stamping right below my cheekbone and chiseling those out. So about from the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth, and I'm gonna stop about where my eye is. So here we go. Find my cheekbone, pressing up into it, stamping to kind of blend it. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. And then I'm gonna go flat here. And I'm gonna contour my jawline. Just kind of following my jaw, going down from my ear. This just hides the chin, and what contouring is doing is creating shadows in your face. This will just slim out your neck and make it look shadowed. And then I'm gonna stamp again, and this time I'm gonna go on my forehead. Start at the hairline. Make sure to get up in that hairline so you can blend it in there so you don't have that big white line. And then tapping, you're going to blend towards the center of your forehead, but you kind of want to leave like a little triangle of highlight there. So it's not necessarily shading your full forehead. And what this does is it shortens the look of your forehead. Again, we're adding dimension, so it's like you can see how it makes my face look more three-dimensional. So if I were to take my contour further down, my forehead would look much shorter. Okay, if you were simplistic, you could stop here, but I'm gonna keep going, and I'm also gonna contour my nose and my lips as well. So for that, I am going to use my blend and tap brush, which is this, and I'm gonna use the color Astoria again. I'm just tapping it in. And I am lining my lips here, ever so lightly, kind of lining the outside. So again, I'm adding a shadow effect, which will make my lips appear more full. And I'm gonna do the same on the top, very lightly. And then I'm gonna contour my nose. I like to use the color Shadow for this. That is this one right here. And I am going to create two lines, one here and one here. The closer together, the thinner your nose will look. And again, I'm going super light because I don't want it to be very heavy. Everything's buildable, so you can always add more if you need it. And I'm going to connect them down here. And then kind of buff them out up here. You can really shape your nose however you want it. So having the lines closer together makes your nose look thinner, and then like doing this on the bottom kind of shortens the appearance of your nose. So for my blush color, I'm just gonna use Frenchie. It's this peach color right here. And so I'm gonna take my B² brush and I'm just gonna tap in. And then I'm gonna put that right above where I just contoured and kind of just blend them together. And then you can flip it over and clean it up with that other side. I'm gonna do the same on the other side now. So what blush and contour do is they give your cheeks a lifted push-up look. You appear more youthful, and it brings some life to your face as if you have blood flow there. Add some color. So see how now it looks like this is my cheekbone, even though I'm not doing anything, you can like see my cheekbone. It like chisels you out. Now I'm actually gonna go a step further and I'm going to add my lightning highlight color. And that is this color right here, and it's Linen. This is just a few shades lighter than my main color Candlelit, and it's just gonna add a little bit more pop and really bring out the dimension. I'm using the smaller end of my Buffy brush. Again, just tapping in, you need the tiniest bit. And I'm gonna start on my chin. And you can just see how that brightens it up and brings light to that area. It's crazy. The whole point of highlighting is to bring attention to your best characteristics and bring attention to the center of your face. So the chin, the nose, the eyes mainly. A little bit on your forehead is all you need. Again, I'm just barely stamping. I'm applying it under my eye, but I don't want to start there because I don't want a whole lot of product. So I'm going to start down here and blend that product up under my eye, since that skin is so thin and we do a lot of movement and have a lot of creasing there. You don't want a lot of product there. So this is again just ensuring that you have your lightest layer in that area. Just stamping. And if you went too far with your blush, They say if you go too high with your blush, it can actually age you. But one trick to mascara, you can't really mess up. If you went too high, you can just use your creams and use your highlight and clean up that blush if you went too high. Do a little on the other side now. And I'm gonna go in with my perfector again. And then my last little touch that I like to do with linen is take my pinky, just get the tiniest bit, and then right where these two contour lines are, I'm going right down the middle. So my illuminator is this sparkly color here. I'm gonna use my sponge again, and I'm just gonna kind of rub into it. Pick up that illuminator, and I'm applying it to the tops of my cheekbones. And then a little bit down the middle of my nose. You don't wanna do it too thick because you don't wanna lose the thinness that you just created. And then I love to take a little tiny bit with my finger and put it right on my Cupid's bow to highlight that area. Again, this just accentuates your lips. And then I'm gonna put on my lip color, Nude. I'm actually gonna mix it with a little bit of this color, which is Sunshine State. Okay, set my makeup with my Stay Spray. And if you want a dewy look, you can stop here. If you don't have any blemishes, you can stop here. I obviously have some blemishes. I need those covered. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set today with Hourglass Ambient Lighting in the color Diffuse Light. I'm just gonna take the other end that I didn't use to contour with of my blend and tap brush, and I'm just gonna pick up a little bit just on the tip here, and I'm gonna press that over my blemish. See how that just made it disappear? That's what I mean. A powder really will set it for you and just make it fade away. I just started doing this, but I really like the look. Use my perfector sponge and just rub it and pick it up like this. And then just go over my highlighted areas because it really just like brings that out. If you insist on doing under your eyes, you can, but be careful because it's a very thin line, and when you have too much powder, it starts looking dry there, and then you start seeing every single crevice that you were trying to hide to begin with. Voila! Okay. And that's actually the end of the hack. That's the end of the routine, but I'm gonna go a step further now, and I'm gonna go apply my Lashify lashes now for my full complete look. So I have my eye look, my full face look, and now I'm gonna do my Lashify lashes look. So if you're interested, stick around. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll post a link if you're interested in the color match. Otherwise, if you like this video, please go ahead and give me a like. Feel free to share it with your friends. If you guys have any suggestions on other tutorials you'd like me to do, let me know. Now that we're all stuck in our homes, we need more to watch and keep us entertained. So let's go do some lashes.